Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward is finally here, bringing with it a bevy of content, including an increased level cap, new areas, 3 new jobs, and more. However, these changes mean that even the most hardcore of players are no longer level capped, and even those that hit 60 in the past month probably haven't done so on every job. The 3 new jobs are fortunate enough to start you level 30, but that still leaves 30 levels to go, the last 10 of which are quite a hump. On top of that, with the increased attention Final Fantasy is getting right now, there is sure to be an influx of new players fresh to the leveling scene. So with that in mind, here's a guide to leveling in Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. Since Final Fantasy XIV's release, there have been numerous additions and changes that have adjusted how to most effectively use your time leveling. This isn't to say I support blasting through the leveling experience. One of the things that makes Final Fantasy XIV great is just experiencing the world that Square Enix has crafted, which means stopping to smell the roses, so to speak. But it's still nice to be able to quickly get those extra few levels if you're trying to catch up to somebody or maybe playing a job you're not too fond of to get some useful support abilities. Keep in mind that all of these suggestions are my opinions only, based on my experiences and enjoyment of what I was doing. I haven't put any hardcore math into this, so there may be more technically efficient ways of leveling, but I found these to be the most effective while still being fun, so let's get into it. Logs. Once made up of just a hunting log, this has grown into a massive bounty of XP just waiting to be plundered. The hunting log is still there, of course, and filling it out is fun and rewarding XP-wise. You should make sure you do this each 10 levels, since getting all of them results in a nice XP boost at the end. Nothing new for the hunting log in Heavensward though, which I was so bummed about. I really enjoyed it in the original Final Fantasy XIV and Realm Reborn. There's also the Sightseeing Log, which you can obtain via the quest A Sight to Behold in Gridania, but I don't think the low-level versions provide XP, it's more of just a fun side activity to break up the time. Heavensward has changed all that though, and from levels 50 up, the vistas in the new areas give about 18,000 experience each from what I've seen. Not bad if you're near one or happen to stumble across it. The biggest tier is easily the challenge log though. Resetting each week on Tuesday, the challenge log explains exactly what is required to get those XP bonus, and guess what? They're all those things that give XP anyway. The amount of experience provided scales with the level of whatever job you happen to be on when you complete it, but it's fairly substantial. And like I said, it's just the cherry on top of stuff that already provides XP. Some will no doubt happen naturally as you play, but keep an eye on something like the guild tasks, levs, unique fates per week. If it's Sunday or Monday and you're almost there, it might benefit you to quick do a few more and get the bonus, especially if you can combine it with one of the daily roulettes. Which brings us to the quickest cash cow in the leveling world, daily roulettes. Daily roulettes reset, you guessed it, daily, and give a huge XP boost for various things. What used to be low-level roulette is now leveling roulette, due to the fact that it'll drop you in a level 50 plus dungeon for Heavensward if everyone pulled in is high enough. This roulette slaps you in a random dungeon as low as level 16 and provides a large experience boost on both monster kills to make up for your lower level, and final completion. And I do mean large. At level 53 I'm getting 160,000 on completion, and a ton of XP per monster. The purpose being to help draw high-level players back into low-level dungeons to help new people out. Everyone was fresh once, and it's a cool idea that keeps content from dying out. Dungeons close to your level are already one of the better ways to get experience, so the bonus at the end really makes this one worth your time. Guild Test Roulette is a similar concept. Guild Tests are short encounters that are designed to teach players about MMO concepts such as partying, how to deal with groups of enemies, and general grouping concepts that many players wouldn't have to deal with in single-player games. Guild Tests themselves give a nice experience boost upon first completion for each job anyway, and the Roulette adds to that even further. They stop after level 40, so no new Heavensward guild tests unfortunately, but the daily roulette will always be useful regardless. Then there are the high-level dungeon roulettes and the trial roulettes. The high-level dungeon roulette consists of many level 50 dungeons that made up some of the post-50 content before Heavensward. They don't provide experience per monster, so roulette is the best way to take advantage of that content. Unfortunately, I still don't have that one unlocked. I still have like 5 or 6 dungeons to go before I can access it. Trials Roulette consists of the single-room boss fights, such as Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, etc. They're quick and fun, and always useful for helping players advance through the story or side quest lines, and as always, provide a huge XP boost upon completion. Finally, there's the main story roulette, which exclusively is for the final section of the original Final Fantasy XIV storyline. There were a couple of dungeons and encounters unique to that section that are crucial for player progression, so they grouped them into their own little roulette. At this point, players involved have played them so many times that they're almost always a breeze, and it's great to help people get through them. They go faster than low-level roulettes most of the time, and you get to use all of your level 50 abilities, so they can be more engaging for long-term players. After that, we're left with the standard stuff that's always been there. fates, the random battles that appear across Eorzea in which anyone can join, and quests, and more quests. Main story quests provide decent XP for the level, and pretty much all content is gated behind the main story anyway, so you should pretty much always be doing it if you can. Side quests vary in level of interest, but they're usually a good time, and are always a solid experience return when leveling. Lev quests can be activated using your allotted Lev quest allowances, which usually you should have unless you're doing them pretty regularly. They're simple activities which give a decent XP return, but honestly these days I mostly only do them for the challenge log. Apart from not being the most fun, they're completely absent from Heavensward as far as I can tell. Fates can range from fairly dull to huge awesome boss fights, but regardless they're great XP if you happen to run across them. You can also quick check the party finder for fate groups, which are fairly common. Grouping up makes them a lot more interesting, and if you completed all the roulettes for the day and challenges for the week, fates are considered to be about tied with dungeons for XP per hour. The breadth of options Final Fantasy XIV provides in terms of leveling is really fantastic. It makes it easy to make progress, even if you can't get on too much each week. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. Leave comments on how you like to level up most and whether or not you missed Lev quests, guild tests, and hunting log in Heavensward. Like the video if you liked it, and please subscribe for more. I'll have more stuff coming as I get further into the expansion. Thanks for watching.